What is up, everybody? Welcome to the NXT Post Show, and it's Tuesday, October 29th. Of course, it's Halloween week, so we are keeping the spirit of Halloween alive here on the channel. But damn, oh my God, Chinedu, first and foremost, how are you? We have a big show to talk about here today.
I am good though, but tonight, in honor of Halloween, you can call me China Femi, the cousin of Oba Femi. That is my cousin. So I'm here tonight to represent him and our family against D'Angelo and his family to get that title back up. We're going to jump him the next time and get that belt back up. Mark my words.
I love it. We're keeping the spirit alive, everyone. Okay, so we need to get into this NXT Chinedu because this NXT, I'm just going to say this right now. I thought this episode of NXT was better than Halloween Havoc. Am I crazy?
No, you're not. You're not crazy at all. It was very good from start to finish. I missed the opening segment. I was on my way home. I had a meeting over at U of H. Came home, changed the diaper. I had to do. It was a full on blow. I had to change that diaper, y'all. I would have. It was an environmental hazard if I didn't. So I changed that though. But everything that I saw from start to finish of this man was amazing. I really love the show tonight.
Dude, I did too. I think the big topic for tonight is definitely going to be the women of NXT because there's kind of a lot that went down with that. And we're going to get right into that. But first and foremost, I want to go ahead and get into our first super chats that we just got. This one here kicking us off, Sheldon Jackson. He says, told y'all it was Nikita Lyons who attacked Adriana Rizzo. Plus, can we finally have the turn of either Frazer or Axiom, please? Their reign is becoming the people are ready for new tag champs. See, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I thought that the match today that we saw with Nathan Frazer and Javon Evans and Cedric, dude, that was so freaking entertaining. So freaking entertaining. And Nathan Frazer and Axiom, they kept their titles, but damn, I think I found a new tag team in Javon and Cedric, though. I think they need to be a team.
I definitely agree. But honestly, well, I have to say, I do lean more with Sheldon just because if you listen to the end of that match, that crowd was not feeling Fraser and Axiom at the end of that match. Because I think because they saw how more impressed they were with Cedric Alexander and Young OG's tag team. That's why I was like, I'm be honest. I figured they wouldn't win the match, but again, he has this way of making you believe he's gonna win, like Sami Zayn. And I was like, I started rooting for him. And I was really sad that they didn't win this match. I was like, oh no, because I'll come Wesley dressed like where's Waldo? Where's his stylist, guys? Please find the stylist, please, please. But beside the point. But yeah, I definitely agree. I do want to see the turns. I see it happening. It's just I'm just kind of waiting to see who's gonna be the heel, who's gonna be the face though. But I am all for a Frazier versus Axiom feud, just because I like the matches though. But to me, I feel like they've had their run. There are other tag teams here. Also, you were correct about Rizzo.
Well, so here's the thing though, and I feel like we're going to get there. So I'm just going to say patience, little grasshoppers. We will get there. We will get to Cedric Alexander and Javon Evans at some point getting those tag team titles. Like, I feel like the reason why people might be like expecting Axiom and Nathan Frazier to somehow come to an end, it's because they teased it. They teased it for a while and then they didn't pull the plug. It seemed like they almost changed their mind on having them break up as a team because for a while, we were almost seeing them every week, not really be on the same page, but then everything was okay and they were cool and we moved on from that. And now I think that kind of stuck in people's minds because they're a great team. I don't think they're a boring team. They're a good team. But I guess people just I personally was not ready necessarily to get a brand new tag team. I wasn't expecting it. Of course, this match was hella freaking good. And what I took from it was that primarily Javon Evans and Cedric need to be a tag team. No ands, ifs, or buts. I think that them being a tag team moving forward is the way to go, especially after tonight's performance, but also the fact that Javon Evans, we've been talking about how this kid has been in the NXT championship picture, even though all of us know, okay, he's just a kid. He's not going to win the NXT championship, right? He needs time to grow on the show. And then you have Cedric Alexander, who, went from the main roster over to NXT and has sort of been trying to find his footing. So to me, I think that them as a tag team just like really complements them because they're both in different spots, but I think they both need it.
I definitely agree because Javon, of course, being very young, he still needs some more development, of course. And Cedric Alexander is a good veteran. I mean, from what I remember, pretty decent mic skills. He's not bad on the mic. Can definitely help him in the ring, tighten up some things though. So I feel it's a really good pairing. And that match was just phenomenal. They were all over the place. And I think sometimes we forget Cedric can go like that in his own way too. I think 'cause we don't see him as often as we, would like, we just kind of forget. But I mean, that was a banger of a match, and I'm very, very excited to see this. Although I kind of feel like they may be leaning toward a Wes Lee, young OG feud. I do hope they get back to this tag team right here. And you are correct; they did tease this breakup of Fraxium. They did do this and did nothing. I think that's what it is for real. Because I mean, I'm sure it's somewhere down the line though. But you are right; that just reminded me because they did tease it. They even teased it as early as Halloween Havoc. I mean, as late as Halloween Havoc, like the other day.
Yeah, they've been teasing it. So I think that that's just like the taste that it left in everybody's mouth that we're just like all sort of waiting for it. But we got Jared in the house who says NXT has the best women's division. Raw, SmackDown, AEW women's division found dead in a ditch. All right, I wasn't expecting the found dead in a ditch, but that's a great way to put it, I guess. Look, guys, I tweeted this out and I will echo this exact same sentiment that each and every single week, Chinedu, it's been months now before you even joined as an official co-host. For months, we have been talking about this women's division and how strong it is. And I think today we finally got, I guess you can say, this implosion of what it had looked like it was headed at. Because we could tell that it was going this direction for a while, and so many of the other women were basically killing it on every week. Like, that is the thing we talk about. Like, there's been times where people come on here and they're like, this should be a women's show at this point because they are kind of carrying the show. They're sort of the stars of the show. And so, man, I can't wait to get into all of the stuff that happened with the women. But yeah, Jared's not too far behind on this. The NXT women's division is doing hella good. Jared also says NXT's last hour went absolutely crazy. Like I said, a better show than Halloween Havoc.
A much better show. I really felt like this should have been the Halloween Havoc episode. I definitely agree with Jared. Like that last hour, like it truly felt like it was a full-on chaotic environment in NXT. And it just made me very excited to see not car crash television that anything could happen in this environment. Them boys, they got Rhea Ripley. They all these angles they have included in here. Just to let you know, first of all, the NXT is cooking on all cylinders. Shawn Michaels, I don't know who. Again, I know I mean something off base. Shawn Michaels either has black friends or he goes to a black barbershop because there's no way the way he's cooking with these stars. All right, these black stars especially. I don't know somebody, Shawn. You let one day, Shawn, let me know if you find out you got black friends. I believe it, man. I go black barbershop, man. I believe it, man. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. But even cooking, man, and this women's division again, it's amazing. I love how they've made it seem. Again, literally, it just spilled over after months and months and months and just so much talent, and it's to a point like I can recognize every woman on this roster just about. They're all like they don't blend in. Everyone has their own identity, and it's just amazing, man. Thank you, Jared, so much again for the super chat.
We got Kaden Crawford here who says, love you guys. Acknowledge our queen, the prodigy. Roxanne's been killing it also, by the way. I know the prodigy. She's been killing it too. Dream Ninja 77 here says, best women's division in the world. WWE needs to pay Jordynne whatever she wants. NXT did more for Rhea and Liv feud tonight than anything else has. Here's the thing. In regards to Liv, Raquel, and Rhea, I think a lot of what we had been seeing on Raw was sort of rinse and repeat. We kept seeing the same things over and over. Rhea Ripley, for a moment, gets her hands on Liv. She, for a moment, gets her hands on Dom. There's some sort of interference with the Judgment Day. Liv's always there to help out Dom. Dom's always there to help out Liv. And for the most part, it's been rinse and repeat. That's what we've been getting. Today, we got this nasty visual of Rhea Ripley laid out by her car, and she is just completely bloodied up. And I do not recall a time when we got Rhea Ripley that bloodied up. Of course, the comments or the people in the chat, if you guys think of another time, please remind me. But I don't remember seeing Rhea Ripley get all bloodied up like that. And we'll get to that in just a second. But Dream Ninja 77, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Cheesesteak 59 who says, I'll say it, NXT is much more interesting and fun than either main roster show. Look, I laugh because it's really hard to say because Chinedu, you watch every show. I watch every show. The majority of the people here watch every show. They all feel very, very different. However, every once in a blue moon, we do have really strong episodes of NXT that feel like they compete with Raw and SmackDown. Not in the same way, but in a way where they are rewarding their weekly NXT viewers. And I think today, NXT did a good job of rewarding the viewers in terms of if you're following the stories, if you're following the wrestlers, then you, as an NXT fan, are going to feel more rewarded watching the show than you might if you were watching Raw or if you were watching SmackDown. So it happens every so often, not every week, of course, but there are some episodes, particularly like this, that I think leave people feeling in this manner.
I wholeheartedly agree. Like, I feel like this is one of the episodes where they truly are rewarding like their viewers for paying attention and being a more intelligent wrestling crowd, remembering angles, remembering certain nostalgia things. When Bubba Ray was out there, when he put on those glasses, the crowd went crazy because they remember. They even if they weren't alive at that time, they at least know the story behind it. And it's just such a. I feel like NXT has a. I don't want to be insulting. They have such an intelligent wrestling crowd to me. I feel. I just like it so much. So like they give everyone a chance. The energy is amazing, and tonight was just tonight. I felt like really could have done like big numbers on USA Network if it was on there. I feel.
I think what you're trying to say about the crowd too is the fact that they care. You can tell that they care about who they're seeing. They understand that this is a developmental brand. They understand that things aren't always going to be the way that it is if you're watching a Raw or SmackDown, but the crowd goes out of their way to, really hype up the wrestlers. They always, make sure to cheer and whatnot. So they have a good live crowd, right? But as for the viewers, again, they just want to be rewarded. We're watching NXT. We're going out of our way to watch the weekly show. So clearly we have formed some sort of connection with the wrestlers that you see on the screen. So that definitely helps with us being interested in the story. So yeah, and it leaves, again, people feeling this way when you got a good show. We got Larice Johnson here with a very generous super chat. Thank you so much to Larice Johnson. He says, NXT was lit, including the women and the NXT Tag Team Championship match. Completely agree. So let's get to it. Let's talk about why the hell everyone is putting over the NXT women's division in particular here today. We know that it's been fire the last couple of weeks, but today we kind of got a whole lot. So this was just supposed to be Zarya's in-ring debut, right? So she has this match with Brinley Reese. Brinley Reese is a newcomer. She's been sporadically on NXT, but she hasn't necessarily been a part of anything big. So this was just a squash match. She was a perfect opponent for Zarya to just basically eat up and serve her on a platter. So the thing though, so after she wins this match in this squash match, she wins it. Afterwards is what really, really took off because she's confronted Zarya by Fatal Influence. At Halloween Havoc, Zarya did go after Fatal Influence after they had won after Fallon Henley, had won the NXT North American Women's Championship. Great. So they come out, they're pissed off about Zarya stealing their moment. But then Roxanne and Cora Jade come out and they're also sort of, angry at Zarya because Zarya did also confront them as well at Halloween Havoc. Zarya's just making a ton of enemies. So now you have Zarya standing there alone in the ring with all of Fatal Influence as well as Roxanne and Cora. She's completely outnumbered. But then she gets help from Stephanie and Julia, Kelani, and then a surprise appearance by Jordynne Grace. So all of a sudden, you're just looking at these powerhouse women. There are so many of them in there, all different, all vibrant, all strong. Chinedu, what did you think when you saw them face to face, 5-on-5, and then they just brawled and fought through?
Well, first of all, I didn't think this Zarya match with Afterbirth, this many kids. This was an amazing like series of events as it happened. With thought it was gonna be a regular squash match. I thought it was gonna be just a general squash match, going there 2 minutes, build her up. But I love this entire build. I love the entire overflow of this. And I love how they've gotten all the both divisions involved with this. I want to say off top, as much as I loved Kelani as that North American Women's Champion, I really do enjoy seeing that title on Fallon Henley. I'm not
She
gonna
did
lie.
good tonight. That little brief
She
promo
did,
that she
yes,
did good.
very good. I was like, okay, because I like Kalani, but I was like, okay, no, this is good. I like this is cooking. She came out and like she carried it well, like a champion. Like she know this is mine. I love that off top. I just want to point that out real. Fallon Henley was amazing mic work tonight. Amazing, amazing. And just in general, I love this women's division. I love how Kalani came out. Kalani to me, I feel like she came out like not deterred, worried about losing the title. She came out and like just it kind of played up to her character. Like she does what's right, stand for what's right. And again, Stephanie and Julia. I cannot wait for Stephanie and Roxanne. I'm excited for it. And Jordynne Grace coming out. I was not expecting her at all. I want to say if her contract is up, WWE, go ahead and sign her. She's an NXT. To me, I feel like she's an NXT now because if when that contract is up with TNA, I don't care what they offer her, with storylines. I think she's going to NXT to me because I feel like they can't compete money wise. And Jordynne Grace is going to make money. I think she's already a millionaire anyway. But it's
Yeah,
it's
her
it's
OnlyFans does really well, apparently. I think
yeah,
she might be a millionaire from that, if I'm correct. I don't know, but she makes good money.
great money. And so I'm still certain she loves what she does though. But it matters and money matters though. And I'm certain WWE is in a position right now they could throw that money at her and have her on NXT or even pull up to the main roster. Who knows? But I definitely love seeing that match. I love seeing this roster of women. I can't wait to see this match. It's gonna be dope.
Dude, and so I'm thinking, like, all right, we know that we're going to get this 5-on-5 match. It's officially been announced that match is happening at next week's show, which, by the way, guys, next week's show is on a Wednesday. It's not on a Tuesday. It's election week, so they clearly didn't want to go up against election night, so they moved the show to a Wednesday because, they would just get slaughtered in the ratings, right? Like, you don't want that to
Yeah.
happen. So they're on a Wednesday. They're at the 2300 Arena. And so they're really trying to make the show feel huge. They're really trying to brand it and make it fun. It's clear that that's what they want to do. Good. So where was I getting with this? Shouldn't do. Oh, yeah. So not only did they, I was like, what was I talking about? So not only did we get the graphic for the 5-on-5 match, it's happening at the 2300 Arena show, but also we had a little backstage segment. The girls are all talking, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, oh, they're so cool. And then out of nowhere, on the right hand of the side of the screen, we see none other than Rhea Ripley pop up. And they teased, by the way, if you notice, they zoomed in specifically on Zarya and Rhea,
Yes.
and then zoomed out. That was done intentional. Of course, we know that Rhea has been giving the rub to Zarya, given that they're both, Aussie love and all of that. But the fact that they zoomed in, zoomed out, basically told us, we all know you guys want this match. You're going to get it at some point. But it was just a cool moment with Rhea Ripley basically going out there and saying hi to the girls. And, all of the baby faces started getting along here.
That was an amazing moment, and I felt that was such a flex from WWE, letting them know you can have it. We can put anybody on the show, y'all. Okay, anybody can be on NXT at any time, and I feel that makes the show even more exciting because who was expecting her to be there, and even more, who was expecting them to further a Rhea Ripley storyline on NXT, letting you know that even in some ways too. Hey, if you want to know what's going on with this, this storyline, that storyline, this happened over here on NXT. Check it out. You never know what's going to happen on NXT. And I love how they built that excitement around the show that way. The unpredictability of it has me very, very happy about the show.
Dude, I was so excited. I screamed, Chinedu. I was like, oh shit, Rhea's on. Oh shit, I can't believe it. It was just something so small, but it went a long ways. Again, just like the visual of all of that. Like our thumbnail is literally a picture that Jordynne Grace shared on her Twitter, and it's her, Zarya, and Rhea. And I'm thinking, okay, first of all, I need a picture of all of these girls together with also Stephanie, Julia, and Kelani. I need them all in a nice little portrait. Please give me a poster because I'm feeling empowered right now. That was the thing I was gonna say, Chinedu. So I think it was when was it? A day or 2 days ago, or I forgot when. USA Network had reminded us that, might have been yesterday, that it was the anniversary of the Evolution pay-per-view, and they shared this really great graphic about, like, you know, all the women that took part in the Evolution pay-per-view. And so I was watching that and I was just thinking to myself, like, dude, we really need to get Evolution 2. I need this to happen. And I feel like even more so coming off of today's show, because obviously you got all the main roster women, right? You got all of the main roster women, but you also have so many of the girls on NXT that could really fill out a nice card. And guys, yes, it was October 28th, 6 years ago, that we had the Women's Evolution PLE. October 28th, 6 years ago. And
It's been
they
that
shared,
long?
it has been that long. And it's wild too, because like when you look at the people like in the picture, like it's so crazy just seeing like who was still there. You know, it takes you back, right? Like who was still there in the company, who's not there anymore in the company. And I mean, it's a lot. I had a great time kind of just like zooming in, and you guys can go to USA Network. They have the photo there. This is the photo that I'm talking about, but you can obviously zoom in
Oh,
and get a good look
wow.
at everybody that was there, a part of that night. And I feel like right now they are in a place where they can do another Evolution PLE. I want to see it, Chinedu.
I do too. I think it's even crazier than this picture that the two champions in this picture aren't with the company anymore. And neither of the two twins next to Becky Lynch, neither is the girl next to Charlotte, neither. Wow. A lot of
Isn't
things have
okay? And
changed.
then look up all the way at the top. Look at Rhea. Like it's so funny because you can tell during this time like who really are the big stars, right? Because they're front and center, and
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to see, for example, Rhea at the top, who's kind of blending in, right? She doesn't stand out as much as she does right now, but it's cool to see like, just a reminder of where she was at 6 years ago, and now knowing that she would become the star that she is right now. But yeah, like looking at everybody here, it's just like, oh, holy shit. It's a cool reminder.
Yeah, the Riot Squad. Oh my God.
Right?
Whoa.
It's a blast from the past.
Yeah. Ember Moon. Oh my God. Well, shout out to Athena. Yeah, man.
I love it. Chinedu, you're like just rediscovering everybody right now.
You put me down a whole rabbit hole. See, like not my not like my what I call my wrestling memory kicks. I'm going down this rabbit hole. Oh man, Athena. Oh man, Ember Moon. Oh man, that time that Ember Moon did that eclipse on Mickey James, she sold it so well. See, I'm doing stuff like that, going crazy.
Someone said
This
Bianca with the pink blazer up at the top. Hold on. I'm looking. I'm
what
zooming in.
is that
Oh my
her? That is
God,
her.
that is her. Yes. It doesn't even look
Wow.
like her because she doesn't have the braid there.
Yeah, she don't. Right there next
Oh,
to Shayna
wow.
Baszler.
Oh,
That
yeah.
lets you know again. What
Isn't it
six
tripping you
years
out?
ago?
It's tripping me
Yes.
out. Anyway, so all this to say, we need evolution numero dos. That's it. I think we're in a place where we can definitely do that. You got such big stars. For example, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley alone, man. Rhea Ripley
Yeah.
alone, people are going to want to tune in. She's a draw. And then obviously everybody else. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. All right, let's get into some more of these super chats here. We got Hallie Potter here who says NXT women's division is so stacked. We're spoiled. I love to see that. We got Malcolm Kobe with a really great idea. He says, to be honest, next women's division needs that War Games match at Survivor Series, not the main roster. Dude, for example, let's just say that right now, the women that you're seeing in this 5-on-5 match, let's just say that they actually had more time to build to a story. Can you imagine seeing them in a War Games match? Because it is kind of crazy when you look at this graphic, and I'm about to pull it up. When you look at this graphic, I could definitely see this being a War Games match. Of course, it's not going to be, but it could be just given the people that are in it, and if there was a potential story to tell there with if they told a War Games type of story with them.
I mean, there really is so many stories to tell in here. I mean, off rip, you have the 5-on-5, but then you have Roxanne versus Stephanie. Then you have Stephanie versus Julia. That's going to eventually come down the line because there can only be one women's champion. You have the failed influence, why I feel potential infight over who really should be the NXT North American Women's Champion because Fallon Henley's a champion, but the other two can make the debate. We softened her up for you. We have Kelani wanting to get her title back. We have Zarya debuting and feuding with everybody. There's so much here. Jordynne Grace is here. Is she signed? Is she not? What are her intentions? What is she going to do here? It's so many things that could go on in that one graphic right there. That's literally months worth of storylines in that one graphic. Let you know the women's division is super stacked.
We got Honey Drips here who says, hi, Denise and Chinedu. Long time no talk. Super happy to be part of the DWO. I've missed interacting with you guys every week. Much love, Hunter Tillman. Hunter, where have you been? I hope you're doing well, Hunter. Hunter was just living it up. You know, he was out like living it up during the summer. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah, have a good time, man. Champagne wishes and caviar dreams out there. Booker T voice.
Thank you so much, Hunter, for tuning into the show and for also sending in this super chat. We got Stephen Marchuli who says 10 women tag will be money. Will Vaquer win the bout off of Roxanne? So was I talking about this during Halloween Havoc? I think it might have been during the watch along where I had mentioned that I'm really, really just sort of vibing with the idea that Stephanie Vaquer could be the one to take the title off of Roxanne, which is crazy though, because I still feel like you can make a great argument for Julia. You can make a great argument for Cora. But if Shawn Michaels were to call me and say, Denise, gun to your head, make a decision right now, who's the next champion? I'd be like, Stephanie Vaquer.
I got agree too. Again, I see her being the person just because everyone else, like I just don't see anyone like not at that level, but I see such good match quality from those two. I feel more energy, more chemistry with those two going at it. I would love to see, and I know this may not happen on TV, but I would love to see them like go in and out of English and Spanish in a promo. Like these two would I would love to see, like, because again, I bring it up all the time. I love when Damian Priest cuts promos in Spanish. Okay. And so I hope that these two can interact that way. Hope we can bring up their backgrounds, their origin stories, how they have similarities, differences. I really hope we get a really, really deep view with this one, make it very personal. But overall, I do want Stephanie to be the one to take the title off Roxanne. If there's anybody to do it, I want it to be her.
I think if I were to think about like the next champions, like who we're going to be seeing, right? If you were to name 5 women who you can see being NXT women's champions in like the next year and a half, whatever, who would they be? Because it's got to be Stephanie, Julia, Zarya, Cora. The other one that I'm throwing in there, and this one may be, I don't know how you guys will feel about it, but I'm going to throw in Lola Vice. We cannot forget what a good year Lola Vice had. I think Lola Vice can be future NXT Women's Champion at some point.
I definitely agree. My list is very similar to yours too. Of course, I do have Stephanie there, Julie as well. Cora J, I feel like it's a matter of time, bro. It really is a matter of time before she gets in there. And I want to say, I feel Zarya eventually. I do want to see how more develops though, but these last two got to go to Lola Vice and Jada Parker. Like I feel like Lola Vice again, same way you feel about Lola, I feel the same way. But Jada Parker, she truly gives me like stone cold energy and the fact of like I don't like nobody. I don't like bees. I don't like ants. I don't like nobody. Like her whole even her promo tonight lets you know I don't like anybody, and like that just resonates with me so much because I feel like she carries it so well. I don't know if she's a face or a heel. It's about Jada Parker. I'm not a face or a heel. Get out of my way, and I just love that. Like I felt when she did the promo tonight, that reminded me of early Stone Cold ECW, like that. Some of y'all may not agree, but I truly feel like Jada Parker has that. It is like when she sat down like that and said, I don't care, Dawn Marie, I don't know you, I don't care who you are, but if you get in my way. I love how she ran down the referee. I don't even know you either. I don't like you. I love it. So her energy, her presence, her aura, all of that, I truly am a fan of. I know some of our hornier fans, you see, she's thinking it's 5 o'clock traffic, my guy. I understand. I do understand. However, her talent, her ring presence, and her promo skills to me are top notch. So she gets that final spot for me.
Also, I want to go back to Dream Ninja 77 super chat because earlier he had mentioned Dream Ninja had also mentioned the Rhea Liv feud tonight did more than anything else, and I do have to mention that because we had Liv and Raquel attack Rhea Ripley off screen. I actually missed it, by the way. I first because you guys know that I struggle to watch the CW now. I don't get to watch it like everybody else. I have to go and find alternative methods, and my weekly alternative method that I've been using was down tonight. It wasn't working. So I had to go like below the bar in terms of quality. And I was watching on like a very, very not fun stream to watch. So it was very glitchy. I completely missed when they showed Raquel Liv Morgan. And all of a sudden, all I see is Rhea Ripley being taken out and she's bloodied out. I was like, who the hell? What happened? You know, I thought it was Zarya. I thought it was Zarya at first. Afterwards, everybody on Twitter was like, no, it was Liv and Raquel, And I was like, oh, I missed it. Okay, good to know. But he's right, though. They did more for this feud than anything that they've been doing recently on Raw.
I agree. And to your point earlier, Denise, you said so it's been like rinse and repeat on Raw with like Liv, Rhea, and Domino. That the same thing over and over again. This was something different. Liv got a legit, believable leg up on her. They attacked her when she didn't think they were going to be coming at NXT. No one saw that coming. So I really did like this angle because at first, and I was happy it was them. Because at first I was like, who in NXT are they letting get a lick on Rhea Ripley? Who right now? That's what I thought. Like, who
so
would
badly like that?
Yes, I'm like, who are they trying to put over right now? I was like, it's because whoever it is, they got to go to the main roster like right now. If you got a lick on Rhea like that, and so when I saw Raquel and Liv with weapons, especially, it made a lot more sense. It actually made me a little bit. It made me more relieved because I was like, that's not to knock NXT. I love NXT. No, nobody's ready for something like that. There, no, not to take out Rhea like that.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Okay, we got Day Day here in the house. It says favorite NXT veteran, NXT women, and cruiserweight. So my favorite, I guess, person overall in all of NXT history, I would probably have to go with Ilya Dragunov. I'm just really big fan of Ilya. For the women, I feel like I got to go with Bayley. Just like overall, I got to go with Bayley. And then I guess cruiserweight, I would probably say. Who do I really love? I'll have to get back to you. I'm thinking of who I really love. Who do you got, Chinedu?
NXT veteran, I'm going to go with. It's hard too because I love all the eras. I'm going to go with Seth Rollins, first NXT champion. It was historic. Big E. Oh, okay, no. I said Seth. I'm gonna keep with Seth. There ends with Seth Rollins, first champion. NXT woman right now, Roxanne Perez. Roxanne, the homie Roxanne Perez.
She tops Bayley and Sasha for you?
Yes.
Wow, that's huge. That's huge.
Oh, yeah. Although, like, you know, their match in Brooklyn was, I mean, amazing still to this day. But to me, right, like Roxanne, like the way she was a good face, but the way she has embodied heel venom to me is good. Because we never got heel Bayley on the roster, really. We never got that on the NXT roster. We got it on main roster though. So we've seen both sides of Roxanne. She can go on both ends, and to me, she is. I feel if there was an NXT Hall of Fame women's division, like she should be in there for sure.
We got Jay Stone. Oh, sorry.
And cruiserweight, Cedric Alexander. Cruiserweight.
I don't know. I can't decide on that one. I really can't.
I thought about it for a long time because there were so many that I really do enjoy. But to me, that match he had in the Cruiserweight Classic where they literally just chanted, sign him Hunter, and then Hunter just came out and was like, I hear you. I agree. Go back and watch that match. That was amazing, y'all. Amazing match. So he has to be probably my favorite cruiserweight for sure.
We got Jay Stone here who says HBK was showing off with Zarya, Jordan, Julia, and Stephanie all at once. And this is the second time Kelani been in a big spot with major players, Bianca and Jade. Yeah, dude, Kelani, you know what? Good for her, man. She is, how do I say this? She's liked. You can tell she's liked. But she's not just liked because of, for whatever reason, right? No, she's also coming through and showing off in her matches. Like, for example, we got to see her and Nikita today. And I thought like she did really well. Obviously, Nikita was gone for a while. So she's still getting her, her feet back in the water. She's still trying to get her feet under her. Like, that's what she's doing. And Kelani, I felt like really sort of just helped Nikita have this really simple but entertaining matchup. Kelani looked confident. She looked smooth in there. Adriana Rizzo, that's what Sheldon was talking about earlier. Adriana Rizzo came out and we basically found out that it's Nikita that did indeed take out Adriana Rizzo. And this was a cool ending too because, well, it was cool for a certain part. It was mainly because, okay, we know Nikita and Adriana. Now that's a thing that we're going to be getting. But I liked that Kelani hit her split-legged moonsault and got the win. And the reason why I thought this was cool because I started thinking about my interview with Kelani. She had said that one of the people that inspired her in-ring style is Rob Van Dam. And Rob Van Dam was on the show. We haven't even talked about that. Rob Van Dam was on the show today. So I kind of want to see a little, I don't know, meet and greet or something with Kelani and RVD.
I definitely do too, because when I saw your interview, it said Rob Van Dam. It made me, when I saw her interview, by the way, Denise has a great interview with Kelani, guys. You guys really should check that out again, though. When she said that RVD was it's 2 interviews. And again, Kelani does not do a lot of interviews, y'all. Look it up. Denise has 2 of them. Go watch them after the stream, of course. After the stream, go watch it. But when she mentioned RVD, like it made me think of her moveset, and I was like, makes sense. You look at her moveset, it's RVD all over. And so I really do hope they do cross paths. I really do like how they've been keeping Kalani's character strong after losing the title. They've been putting her in different things and segments and giving her, good wins to keep her character strong, even though she lost the title. It was a great match with Nikita Lyon. I thought it was really, really good. She doesn't move like a veteran in there. Kelani was, so it was a really good match. And overall, yeah, very, very nice. I'm hoping Kelani will be on main roster this time next year. I'm believing because she's so liked that well. And again, but I reserve the fact to say she would make a great heel too. Get rid of the curly curls, the girl next door curls. Good for her nasty little stoop press like that, all that down like that. Woo! Give us some nasty Ray-Bans. Oh yeah.
Not the Ray-Bans.
Yeah, the Ray-Bans. Give us some nasty Ray-Bans. What'd you say to me, girl? Some nasty Ray-Bans like that? Yeah. Yeah. Like
oh my god, I feel like Kelani is such a sweetheart. I'm trying to see your vision, Chinedu. I really am trying to see it. When it does happen, it's going to be hilarious because, you've been calling it from the very longest that you've been wanting to see Kelani as a heel. We got Jay Hudson in the house who says, Denise, I love you and Chinedu because he's amazing as a co-host. I think AEW would get crushed in the ratings because of how consistent NXT is. Thoughts on NXT versus AEW next week. So yes, next week, we're going to get NXT and AEW. Here's the big thing that NXT is doing really good on the CW, guys. However, I feel like every single time, any show, whether it's WWE or AEW, it doesn't matter what show, anytime you see a show move to a different night, for whatever reason, people just forget and they don't show up. They don't show up, it's just a thing. It's like when they change the channels, if they're on FS1 for 1 week or whatever the situation is. And I feel like that happens all the time. So I don't know what that's going to look like. And I think at this point, NXT and AEW are such different shows. And we've seen them compete against each other. But the last couple of times, if I recall, it was AEW on Tuesdays and not necessarily NXT on Wednesday. So this time it's a little bit different than what we're used to in regards to Tuesday and Wednesday.
First and foremost, Jay Hudson, I appreciate the compliment, man. It is an honor to be here with you guys. This is a pleasure to be here. Denise is one of the best in the business, y'all. Our fearless leader. She is dope. She is also so nice, y'all. Because when I tell y'all she's a very, very sweet person, because I believe that NXT is still going to be AEW on a new night, regardless. Because although I do watch AEW, guys, I watch it every week too. I watch everything, so I love watching everything. I do feel NXT they promote it better than I feel AEW does about being on new nights and all that. I feel they did a great job letting everybody know it's going to be on Wednesday next week. It's easy access. It's not on cable, and I feel it's a great stacked lineup for next week. Great matches, so I'm really, really into it. Consistent storylines. AEW is really good at times. I know I'll say that for Wednesdays for Unrighteous Reg. I would. Although, if you ever want me on there, give my thought. Let's do one video and leave my thoughts on it. But they have good things going on. I'm not going to knock them on this one, though, but I do feel NXT will be just fine. They're doing 800. I see them maybe doing a 600,000 viewership rating and still being AEW. My prediction. Shout out to Jay Hudson, man.
Damn, you were even with a low rating, that's still beating.
Yeah.
I'm an AEW fan too, okay? I just want, I'm going to sound like the girl from Mean Girls. I just want everyone to be happy and eat clouds and cake and rainbows.
Emma Ye's like, she ain't go here, okay? Get her out of here. She don't even go here.
What's
Okay?
that girl's name? I'm trying. Hold on. Mean Girls, rainbows, meme. What does she say? She just says, "Oh, I wish that I could bake a cake made out of rainbows and smiles, and we'd all eat it and be happy." That's me.
She is, and to her credit, you and Reg make AW like whenever I get through watching AW, I go to y'all page. I go here for y'all very entertaining. I love it. It's very balanced. It's very great though. But I'm NXT through and through over everything, and I love it. And I gotta agree with Jay. We're gonna have a good time. AW brought in 300,000 viewers, man. Listen, whoo, whoo. You know that was a hard meeting with the board that next day, but I wish them the best too because I love AW. Also, not to knock on. I don't want to take too much time on that, but I love that there's another company where wrestlers get to work and make good money. So that's where I always try to make sure I joke about them, but also let everybody know in all seriousness, though, I truly appreciate what AW does. A lot of the wrestlers, including my good friend Brian Keith, is over there right now working with Chris Jericho. He's from Rally of Wrestling, though, so he's living his dream right there. Thanks to AW and Tony Khan.
The bad apple. We got Terrence Johnson here.
Yes.
Private party at single competitors are, if they lose tomorrow night, dead on arrival. Also, when Javon Evans left the ring, Booker T was everybody's voice watching at home. Booker T has had some pretty fun moments on NXT. But I do think Private Party are going to be winning tomorrow on AEW. I can't imagine that they would break them up as a team. I can't imagine that they would do this. Like if tomorrow Private Party were not to win, I would feel so bad for them. I feel like they have completely set it up for them to actually win. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll be here. Oh yeah, Reg and I are doing a watch along tomorrow for AEW Fright Night Dynamite. So it'll be live reactions of what goes down and all of that. So expecting some good stuff.
Yeah, can I wasn't gonna say anything. It was that Terrence brought it up. I was moving on. I didn't say I wasn't. He brought it up. Okay. I love Private Party too. Hope they win. They should have been over 5 years ago. So I hope they get this win now. I appreciate AW for employing a lot of my friends. I appreciate them.
You're like, I'm next. Hello.
Yes, I do have that Private Party. Y'all need to hire Denise too because she's
no, I was talking about you.
Me? Oh, well,
not me, you. That you can be like, hey, I'm next. Hello, bring in Chinedu.
Yeah, bring me in. We can sit down and have a talk. Let's go this creative, guys. Let's have a talk though. But also Booker T was right too. Where are you going, Javon? You're in a match. Forget where's Waldo on the sideline. Don't worry about him. All right, they won't even give him mic time no more. So don't worry about him. I'm just kidding, Wes. I love you, bro. You're a star. I'm just joking, bro. I'm just joking about you, bro. But call Andrade for real. Get that started.
Andrade just dressed up nice, by the way.
Yes. With the way Andrade, I tell people Andrade knows how to dress like a star. Suits all the time. 3 pieces, like custom made. They don't like he just got off the rack. They look good. They fit good. A star. That's what Wesley needs. If y'all feel me in the comments, please let me know. I know I'm not wrong on this, y'all, because he's still dressing like he dressing like he's still a rascal. Big old baggy pants. Like he's an English teacher in the 90s. Like, what are you doing?
Got to get a blazer, some shoulder pads, a little something.
Yes.
I actually don't know if shoulder pads are they still in? Are they not in no more? They were gone. They came back randomly and then they disappeared again. I don't know what's going on with shoulder pads. Whatever. We'll move on.
I like shoulder pads. I
like shoulder pads too. Yeah, with a good blazer. I like them. All right, we got Yes Boy here who says, of course, Triple H only male in that pic. Look, to his credit, he was doing creative for NXT during that period. I don't even know anymore.
Yes, all listen, right. He's doing good work over there, man. He's doing all right. Love Stephanie, man. He's great. They're good.
Jay Hudson says, as a Black person, I relate to Chinedu that NXT should be renamed BET. The diversity is fantastic and feels like it's truly meant for us, and I love it. No, it's true. I mean, God, diversity has been such a huge topic recently, and I feel like NXT is doing a good job of that. They are doing a good job of getting more Black people on the show. We do got a couple of Latinos on there. I would still love to see more Latinos, of course. And you know, there's more than just Black people and Latinos. So I would love to see, you know, more Asians on there, a little bit of everything, right? But they are, you know, they're doing the best, I think, right now that they can.
Wholeheartedly agree with you, Jay, man. Because honestly, and if I was Triple H at that press conference, they'd be like, "You don't push that talent." I'd be like, what? Sean, come here. Hey, come here. Hey, Sean, come here. Hey, look, let me say something, man. Trent Williams, bow. Last Legend, bow. Jakar Jackson, bow. Javon Evans, bow. Wesley, bow. My drop. Get off me, man. What I'm talking about? What's that? Wait till next year.
They're mostly like NXT, like it's mostly like the main roster. Like the main roster is lacking. Yeah, the NXT, they're trying. They're making an effort.
They are trying to. I mean, you know, all joking aside, though, NXT does. I do want to see more Black wrestlers on the main roster, though. Like I feel like Montez Ford. To me, you have a perfectly good Montez Ford right there if you want to. But that's just, hey, what do I know? Shout out to Montez, though, man. I really feel like he should be world heavyweight champion by now. To me, but yes, I agree with you, Jay.
We got
Shawn Michaels got a black barber.
He does. He probably does. We should find out. That's going to be the next question. Whenever I interview Sean again, I'm going to be like, "Yo, what's going on there?"
Please, do you have? Is it black friends or black barber? You because like you like he be at the cookout because there are certain things in here that only I was like, there's only you're in the culture, Sean, and I love it. We like.
We got Ultima here who says Tatum showed out tonight. I hope she wins a title. So Tatum versus Wendy Choo. History was made tonight on NXT, believe it or not. We got our first women's casket match, and Tatum got the win. And this was the opening match. I don't know if you got to catch it or this was the segment that you said that you missed. But this was a fun match. They go out there, they use their weapons. We see Wendy Choo go out there with a bed. She ends up getting put through it. We see the use of some Legos during this. Tatum ends up going back first into the Legos. We see trash bins. I mean, they had fun with this, but at the end of the day, Tatum puts Wendy through that into that casket, closes it shut, and she makes history by winning the first casket match. And it's the same thing with Tatum all the time. People get a glimpse of her, people get a taste, and they're like, we want more Tatum. I still remember the day that she hit, what was it, a 630 or something, a 450? I don't even know what she did, but I remember being like, holy shit, she can do that. And that was it. Like everybody was, you know, curious, more so curious about Tatum Paxley.
I do hate I missed this match. I wanted to see it. I am happy that Tatum won. She was my pick to win this match because I'm gonna say this. And again, Wendy Choo is a really good wrestler. And then this is just a personal thing for me. Okay. I made the mistake. I shouldn't have done this. Okay. I usually don't follow my favorite wrestlers and things like that. Just keep it separate. I follow her on Instagram and I was like, look at this sweet this sweet girl next door looking girl. If you go to her profile,
Tatum?
You see her character on TV. No, Wendy Choo.
Oh, Wendy Choo. I was like, Tatum? What does she look like? I just imagine her gothic all the time. That's why.
No, I mean Wendy Choo. Go to her page. She looks like the sweetest girl next door. Okay, like nothing against her at all, but it's just for me. I can't believe the character because I know this is who you are right here, and this is just on me. Has nothing to do with her, the character at all. Just for me. When I see her page, I'm like, it reminds me when Rhea Ripley was blonde with long hair. It's like it don't match. Like okay. Tatum, I believe.
It's not who you are. We know that's not who you are. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not who you are. Tatum, I believe more of who she is. And again, I feel Tatum and Thea Hail are two of like their like best kept secrets in the women division because they'll bring them out like sparingly and let them go, and we're just amazed and they'll put them back on the show. Like if I'm not mistaken, Thea's her last match was Great American Bash, was it?
Yeah, I think I don't know if it was her last match, but it was definitely the last one that we remember because that match was incredible.
Yeah, and it's almost November.
Dude, was that really the last time we saw her wrestle? Because shit, I mean, that match was great and we were all, you know, raving about it, but that can't be the last time she wrestled on the show.
I think it may have been, to my knowledge, it was. That's why for me, like I want her to wrestle more. She can be in Chase U. That's all good, but
yeah, that was the last televised match that Thea Hail has had, July 30th, 2024. Great American Bash Night 1 against Roxanne. And other than that, she did like one mixed tag team match at a house show. But on TV, we have not seen her since that match. And she did so good. And what was the thing that I said after that match? I said, we need to see more of Thea Hail as a wrestler. And then we haven't seen her.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is October 29th, y'all. October 29th. She has not had a single match on TV since.
Yeah, we need to do something about that. Get her out of
something about that. Yes. Yes. Get her back on TV in the match.
We got Terrence Johnson here who says, as soon as Javon Evans left the ring, Booker T was saying what everybody was thinking at home. Wait, what did he say? I missed that.
Pretty much, where are you going, Javon? You're in a tag team match. You're going to titles. It's pretty much like that. Like,
okay.
Yeah, he was pretty much like, because part of that was changing the diaper in that part too. But the parts I heard Booker say was, "What the hell you going with me?" So like, where you going? He's talking like an bro. Like, don't forget about the match. Don't leave Seth out here by himself. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I agree with you, Terrence. I mean, I agree with you, Terrence, man, for sure. Javon, where are you going?
We got Day Day here who says Denise YouTube TV has USA, CW, and Unlimited DVR. Right, but that is only if you are on the West Coast, East Coast. I mean, sorry, if you're on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, I still have to wait till way later to watch. So trust me, I tried it. I was gonna get YouTube TV, but I can't. I'm on the. I mean, I could get it, but I still wouldn't watch CW at the normal time that everybody gets it. I would still have to wait for the West Coast time. I don't know. It's a mess. Point is, for the most part, like, I've been fine watching online like the last couple of weeks, but I guess today they were just like, it's not working today. And I was like, okay, it's not working today, whatever. And so I had to go and search for some other options. And thankfully I found some, but God, it was brutal to watch NXT today just because of the quality of the stream. It was very, very poor, but I'm like, all right, whatever. For the most part, it works, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, it's a little bit harder out here on the West Coast. And also I tried using a VPN for YouTube TV. It didn't work. So it is what it is.
It makes you realize all the more whenever you hear like that phrase live everywhere except the West Coast. Yeah, I realize that.
Ass. Honestly, Chinedu, it sucks ass. I'm so tired of that. Like, just give me everything at the time that it should be, okay? I don't want to wait. That's it. We live in I feel especially now with social media. Can you imagine if I waited till the West Coast hours for like everything? Everything would be spoiled for me. I would never be able to go online for like hours until I watch the actual show. And I used to watch wrestling like that for years. For years, I always watched Raw at 9 o'clock. From 9 to 11 something. That was when I watched Raw. You have no idea how my life changed when I finally was able to watch Raw at 5 o'clock. It changed my life. But for years, I watched Raw at 9.
Because that's so late. I mean, like, God, and then too, like, with wrestling content, people will watch it, they like it, of course, too, but some of those things you want to get them up as it's happening or as it's being seen by everyone else too, though. You want to get that first round of engagement is very important too, though. So that's rough, man. That's rough.
Yeah, but hey, it's working itself out. Steven Marchuli says, "What's your main event if Evolution 2 happens?" Oh, Jesus. Ooh. I would love, the first thing that came into my mind was Bianca and Rhea Ripley. That was the first thing that popped into my head, so I'm going to go with that.
I have to agree. I think that's what I would want too.
We got Matt Logan. Thank you so much to Steven. We got Matt Logan who says 420 RVD. It looks like he might be, they didn't say officially what he's doing on the show, but I take it he's probably going to be doing like some sort of special guest referee. Is that what he's doing? That's that's the vibe I got.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure if already was supposed to say what he's gonna do, but I think he just walked off. I wasn't sure if that was scripted or not. I was like, and then Devon was like holding him back, and then it was like, okay.
Because who was it that was brawling? It was Javon Evans
and Wesley.
Okay, so then clearly it's going to be Javon and Wesley because they haven't made that match official, have they, for next week?
No,
they haven't, right? Yeah. Okay, so the way that I took it as, okay, it's going to be Wesley versus Javon Evans with RVD as a special guest referee. I don't know. That was just, they've been going crazy with special guest referees. So I feel like that's what they're probably doing.
Yes, I think Rob was. I could be wrong. I think he was supposed to have said that, but I don't know if he got two before thing. And again, the LCW. We have a cutoff time. We got Rob, go back quick. Up there, sorry. So that who knows?
See, the NXT Twitter account posted, Wesley and Javon Evans just can't stop fighting, but Rob Van Dam has an idea to get things back in check next Wednesday in Philly.
So it's like a tease about what he has an idea for.
I don't know, man. I don't know what they're gonna do. Everyone's saying triple threat. No, there's no way. That wouldn't make wouldn't make sense. That would not make sense. As much as I want to see RVD wrestle, it doesn't really make sense for it to be a triple threat match.
Yeah. Also, too, I don't think WWE would clear him because of his eye. If I'm not mistaken, it's something with his eye that they wouldn't clear him for, or something like that.
Okay, I'll have to look at that. Holy cow, we have an extremely kind super chat from John Taylor. An extremely kind super chat. John,
very kind.
Thank you so freaking much for this. Seriously. John says I can't even get through the first sentence. He says $80 for the 8-foot 0-inch OG furry Giant Gonzalez. I don't normally watch NXT, but when I saw Giant Salcedo, I had to come in and show some DWO love. John, thank you so much, man. Chat, please give John some love. Holy cow. Please give John some love. John, I'm sending you all of the positive karma your way. May good things happen to you for sending in this very, very kind super chat. Seriously, holy cow. Guys, please give John some love. John says you're welcome. No, seriously, thank you so freaking much. That really means a lot. And it goes, I always say this, but it really does go a long way. And it was funny too, Chinedu, because I had like the beard that I drew on for Giant Gonzalez, but I felt so gross. It was getting everywhere. It was all over my hands. And I'm like, I gotta go take a shower. So I took a shower 20 minutes before NXT, and then I got back into the Giant Gonzalez costume. I redid my makeup during the show just so that I could come out here and feel a little fresh, but I didn't want to put the beard back on. I was like, I'm so over painting my face, but I think I got one more costume and I have to do a little, a little art.
Yeah. By the way, man, again, John Taylor, man, greatly appreciate it, man. That's a real appreciation. Because again, I don't know that many people that work harder than Denise, man. Like these interviews, all the content she has. Like I still have her Matt Cardona interview set for me to listen to on my ride in the city tomorrow. All these dope interviews she has, y'all. So this is definitely like reflective. But hey, I say Denise definitely deserved for sure. Denise definitely deserved, man. That costume, and then she makes costumes, y'all. You gonna give her flowers real quick, too. She does not take herself too seriously though. Like I think it's so dope. You meet somebody.
I'm wearing
that's
furry underwear. Look at
that. Furry underwear. Like she does not like. Look at it.
Hold on.
Furry draws.
Look at this.
Furry draws, y'all.
I've been playing, and I was playing with it too during the show. I was like rubbing
furry draws,
rubbing the fur.
Yes. Joe Hendry. What do you say? John Salcedo. Great costumes. Diesel, like fun costumes, and that we can all laugh with. So it's so dope, man. John Taylor, very dope, man. Denise, you deserve it. You deserve very much so. Thank you so much, John. Again, man, the best.
We got Day Day here who says, one time I put over Denise and her co-host on Fightful and didn't mention Sean, and I got beat from him, but I love him and you Chinedu. Much love.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Seriously.
Shout out to SRS.
By the way, I love when the show is good because everybody's in a good mood. NXT was good today. Everyone was in a good mood. Isn't that great?
Yes.
Thank you so much to Day Day. We got Cheesesteak59 who says, do you expect any other ECW alumni next week? Devon Dudley, perhaps? I don't know. I feel like what was it for the draft? They had both Dudleys out there, but it's very clear that for this one, it's just in particular Bubba Ray because, he's doing this whole I got beef with Ridge Holland. And we got 2 Bubba Ray segments today on NXT. And basically it all led to what we already knew was going to happen, which was this tag team match between Trick Williams and Bully Ray versus Ridge Holland and Ethan Page. So for the most part, we knew this match was going to be set up based off of the events that unfolded at Halloween Havoc. But what did you make of this, Chinedu? How'd you feel about it?
Honestly, in terms of like any alumni for next week, I would maybe because WWE they have their certain list of people they feel like will embody extreme and help them get the most relatability for it. So maybe a Rhino in the backstage segment, something like that. I'm not sure if Dreamer's still with TNA or not, but maybe a
Yes.
Tommy Dreamer. Oh, he is. Maybe a Tommy Dreamer sighting backstage though, but something like that. I don't know what Sabu's up to these days, man. But if he's not jumping off the chairs, man, they might call him back too. And but I think also we forget because he's so legendary. I mean, if Rey Mysterio popped up, technically he
Yeah.
is. Technically he is. So never know. What's Raven up to? Anybody
Dude,
know?
I don't know. I don't know what he's been up to.
Yeah, I
I
know
think
Raven.
the last time I saw him was when we did an interview together, me and Raven. Oh man, I was so nervous. I don't know if I was so nervous during that interview because there are certain wrestlers that have that like aura,
Yeah,
like they could be like they're very nice, but they still have that like intimidation aura. Like
yo,
you're like,
yeah,
"Oh my god, I better not say nothing stupid. I better not act stupid." Like that kind of thing. That's what
yeah.
it feels like that's what it feels like to be like with Raven. Like I was scared. I was like, "Don't say nothing stupid, Denise."
You know, you just add another video to my watch list. I need to watch Denise
That was
Salcedo on
old. That
Raven.
was
I've
pretty
I've
old.
never
That
seen
was
it.
pretty old, but it's up there. You can check it out.
Yeah.
We got John Taylor here who says the reason I show so much support for Denise is because she takes her work seriously, but not herself. That's true. That wins me over and why I'm happy to support. Thank you so much, John. I feel like, I don't know. Life's too serious. Don't be too serious. I don't know. I should have came up with some great quote. I don't got a good quote. Shouldn't do. I like to have fun. That's it.
John, it's the truth. I tell you, like Denise stuff is entertaining, easy listening. I mean, even myself. I mean, my on a personal note, man. Like I had a lot of loss. My family, my brother, dad died this year. One of my suggestions from my therapist was to get involved with something that I just like. I just love. I love pro wrestling. And then Denise let me be a coach on here though. So this really is helps me a whole lot. It really does. Very therapeutic for me as well though. So everything John Taylor says is completely accurate. So for real, Denise, straight up, you are the freaking best. All right, you are the boss. All right, I can come on here. I'm usually well, Denise behind the scenes though. She knows the things I work on, comedy, all the business, all that kind of stuff. I'm usually the captain of everything. I have to lead everything. So I get to get on here. It's already set up because Denise is a professional. It's already done. Loyal thirds are done. All this stuff is done though. So really appreciate you, man. You're the best. And John, I wholeheartedly agree with you. Denise is the shit. Let them know.
Also, that advice that
Yeah.
your therapist gave you is great, by the way. I was like, oh shit,
Oh
that's
yeah.
some really great. That's a simple. Do something that you love and
Yeah.
kind of frees you from what your mind is occupied of like the entire day. Thank you so
Mhm.
much to John. Of course, we got Day Day here who says favorite ECW alumni and special guest referee. Well, for sure, I would have to say Raven. I love Raven. I'm telling you guys, I was hella nervous to talk to Raven. Hella freaking nervous. I was so intimidated. So I'm gonna say Raven. And then special guest referee, I'm guessing ever or just like in general. I don't like special guest referees, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like special guest referees.
I think for me, I got to say RVD for ECW alumni. And just because of how outrageous it was, I gotta say favorite special guest referee was Shawn Michaels when he wore like the weird booty shorts in that match against SmackDown against the Rocket Triple H for the WWE title. I don't know why he came out in shorts. I don't think nobody does know, but I think that's probably one of my favorite ones. It was so hilarious. He's out there, boy shorts for this is like prom Shawn. Just
The booty shorts and everything.
yeah, man, shaking his meat
Yeah.
to the audience, all that man.
Yeah. And they were eating
Wild
it
boy,
up.
yeah, wild
We
boy
got
Shawn. God dog.
We got Christopher Marino who says, big question next week. Which show are you reviewing first? So I know I was asked this yesterday. Definitely it's going to be Dynamite first because that is our most viewed show of the week. So it'll be AEW Dynamite and then probably NXT right afterwards. I haven't decided if I'm doing it that night or the following morning. So I'll figure that out during this week when I'm planning next week out. But you'll see all of that here on the channel. I'll make sure to share. I always schedule the streams in advance, so you'll be able to see when the stream is actually happening. So thank you so much, Christopher, for asking. I hate these weeks, man. When they do this to me, I'm like, y'all are messing up my schedule. Come on now. What are you doing? Lawrence Ross here says Raven just did an interview on Busted Open today. He's recovering an aid. I didn't see that. And what do you say? And aid, he's back making rounds soon. Oh, nice. That's so good to hear. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. I did not see that today. So I'm gonna have to make sure to check that out. Wow, perfect timing, Chinedu. You were just asking.
That is perfect. Like I was wondering too. I was like, man, what's right? Because I haven't heard from Raven in a while. Like, what he's up to? Because I just heard Luke Owen mention again how that's his favorite wrestler again on those
Loves
videos.
Raven. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, man, what is Raven up to? It made me think of him the other day.
I think Luke Owen will always make you think of Raven.
Always. Oh yeah.
And his favorite match on WrestleMania 17.
The triple threat Big Show Raven Kane. I was like, that's the most random match. Oh my God.
It was exciting. It was an exciting match. Like I remember that match perfectly. It was a good time, but it's just so funny how much he loves it. Lawrence Ross, thank you so much for sending that super chat in as well. All right, so I'm trying to make sure we got into everything. I think the only thing we haven't touched on yet is the Lexis King, Cedric, Alexander, Charlie Dempsey, Lexis King, Charlie Dempsey, NXT Heritage Cup match with William Regal out there with them. Charlie wins this entire thing. How'd you feel about this Heritage Cup match?
I feel I've never been more interested in Heritage Cup matches until these past like 3-4 months. I don't know what changed, but I like watching them now. I was really into Lexis King. I thought Regal was gonna turn just because Regal is Regal. But
he still might. He still might.
That's very true. He still might. Never know. But I mean, I felt. I mean, to me, I predicted Lexis King not winning. I enjoyed it though. I like seeing him get TV time. And it made me just again like I want to see how this character plays out because again, I keep thinking he's a face, right? But then like I think of MJF. I'm like, no, wait a minute though. Because you never know. It could be one of MJF moves. But I did like it. I love Lexis King. I hope they continue to push him. I'm excited to see what happens next. I do hope he gets a rematch along the line. I do hope he eventually wins the Heritage Cup because I feel that's something that could be good for him. And but then again, I would like to see Regal turn heel on him, join his son, and then like have like Lexis King cut like a very good I'm sick of dad's promo, something like that. I think that'd be good too. So this overall is good. Good match.
Yeah, you know me, I'm not a big fan of the Heritage Cup matches, but I did like the whole, William Regal is on Lexis King's side, not on his son's side. I thought the match itself was fine. I had a hard time watching this, primarily, I mentioned earlier, all the glitches. It was acting up so freaking much in this match. It was driving me crazy. But for the most part, from what I got to see, it was a fine match. Dang, I think we got everything already here on the show. I don't think I missed anything, but that was NXT here today, everyone. A really good show that I think left a lot of people feeling excited. We got Day Day here who says, go old school, watch both some shows from Time Watch Along. Maybe watching some like old shows during a watch along, Day Day. Is that what you're suggesting here? I would love to. I wanted to do like a Royal Rumble thing where I like watch Royal Rumbles here on the channel, but I just hate the idea of only being able to play the audio for the Royal Rumble. I hate that I can't show the video. So to me, it kind of feels like weird doing an old show as a watch along. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
But thank you so much for the suggestion. And we got another kind super chat here from John Taylor. He says, can confirm how much Denise and the DWO community has helped me. Gone through some pretty tough times this year, but I can get City Mondays, and then I can be TK on Wednesdays and Justin Taylor on Fridays. Oh, that's right. I accidentally called John Justin on one of our Friday SmackDown shows. And just so you're in the loop, on Wednesdays, he's known as Tony Khan on the show.
I believe it. These super chats, I believe it, man. Hey, TK, we appreciate you, man. We love you, man, and thank you for those kind words about Denise DWO. It's true. She's a very humble person. She won't say these things publicly, but I'll say them, man. This is my job on here, man. But very good, man. I read the comments of all the videos you guys have on here. It's really a community. You guys love wrestling. You guys love tuning in. Some of y'all just know each other. Y'all have great conversations in there that I see. Few trolls. That's okay. A few trolls in there, but that's all good though. But for the most part, man, you guys are great. I love reading the comments of every video. I mean, just a great community that she has built. DWO fo life. Yes.
John, thank you so much. Alrighty, guys, that is our show. Again, reminder tomorrow, Reg and I will be here for AEW Fright Nights watch along and post show. So there's going to be a lot happening tomorrow. Chinedu, what do you got going on?
My tour dates will be released next week from my brand new tour. Are you my edge mates? I'm looking forward to that coming out. Hope you guys enjoy the tour. I'll be touring across the Greater Houston territories, across Texas. I'll be adding a few dates in the South as well, possibly the West Coast. Stay tuned for that as well. You can catch me on the #1 sports show in Texas on the CBS affiliate KHOU every Sunday night. You can also catch me on social media every day. Follow me on all my platforms, YouTube, X, TikTok while we still have it, and Instagram and Facebook. I'm all on there. New post content videos every day. In the meantime, do not forget to watch Denise's latest video, specifically the interview with Matt Cardona. And if you guys have not seen her interview with Kayla Becker, the former Kayla Braxton, go check that one out. A dope 30-minute interview. Put that on the background. Hit that like button. Leave a comment on it. Don't be a dick. Give it a click. Really appreciate it, y'all.
Are they still trying to get rid of TikTok?
Yeah, I saw a post on there. Apparently, supposed to be over in January. Apparently, allegedly, like January 25th or 6th. But you know when they post these things on like Spirit World and Shade Room, all that, I still got to research and see what's going on, whatever. Sometimes too. So, but that's what I saw online today. So.
Oh, all right. Well, whatever. It'll figure itself out. We just go with the flow around here. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much as always. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And if not, see you here on Friday. And if not, see you here for Crown Jewel. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.